growth. I believe in, the book Atomic Habits, where it talks about getting 1% better every day, starting with good habits, the little things. I'm a subscriber of that. But what I didn't know was that when I decided to really challenge myself, getting out there, going for long runs, not knowing if I can do it or not, like just showing up and putting my best foot forward, trying to do something. And like I said, I don't know if I could do it or not. And really seeing what I was made of. There's this link to like running long distances, and the the growth potential in your mind. Because when you see challenges as an opportunity for growth, you're going to be way more interested when an opportunity knocks. See, when somebody tells you some hard stuff to do, we shy away from it. Like somebody at your job, you get an assignment from your boss, or you want to fill out sign up for your own business. You got to go get the LLC, then you got to find the product and get the supplies. It's always these steps, to your greatness. But I think that, like I said, most people shy away from that because, we're really not aware or sure of like whether or not we can do it. Like hard work to us is exactly what it sounds like. It's hard work. Like hard work is something we shy away from, not understanding that it's the challenge itself that grows you. Like challenge is the stimulus for the body. It's, and for the brain. It's the thing that grows you. It's the stimulus. So, when you go outside on a really cold day and you go for a run and you get the body moving, not only did you do something hard by going on a run, but you exposed yourself to some cold temperatures for a long period of time. That was a stimulus for your growth, because that propelled you forward to change you as a person, so that when you go through the next challenge, when you face with the next obstacle, you're like way more inclined to do it. You feel way better about doing it. You're like, oh yes, of course, I'd love to do that. Oh yep, yes, sign me up. Like, yes, me. So there's plenty of opportunities all around us all the time. One, we either turning our ears off to them, or two, when we do actually hear them, we're like not looking forward to it. So we don't show up as our best self. We're shying away from it, or we just don't even sign up for it, when it's just like, man, I could challenge myself. I could actually, the key word when it comes to challenge is like, oh, I have an opportunity to grow. Like, yes, I get to level up. And that's the beauty of challenges. That's the beauty of it. It's like, oh shoot, I get to go from level 10 to level 20. And when those tough times come, it could come in form of many things. It could be a circumstance, a difficult situation you go through, or you can manufacture the tough time. You can put yourself through something tough. You can take a cold shower. You can eat a raw egg. That's what I do. But you can manufacture a difficult time, and what that is actually, it's a stimulus for your growth. Meaning, like, if you remove that stimulus, if you remove that hard time, would you have even changed your routine up and had to dig deeper and had to pull something out of you and find something else and become a whole lot stronger? Would you have been able to do that? That is the question, my friend. So when you get opportunities, listen to what I'm calling them. it's actually a challenge. It's a tough time, but listen to what I'm calling it. I call it an opportunity. When you get opportunities, you rewire in your whole brain about how you think about things, right? When you get an opportunity, you're going to take advantage of that thing. You're going to be grateful for that thing. And people always tell you about gratitude and how important gratitude is for your life, right? So you have to understand that, that's going to transform your life when you start to be like thankful that something is tough like that, like it's a difficult moment, because you are changing. You are becoming a masterful person. You are becoming a next level individual, and that transformation is happening in the moment, like right away, like right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Evolution is happening right now. You know what I mean? And you could have radical transformation. And like, I didn't know that was even possible. Like, knowing you could have a radical transformation about the way you think about things. You will walk through life with a different energy. You will run. While everybody is walking and crawling, you will be running. You will start the day on fire. Start your day going outside and getting a run in. You could even do a walk, but start your day with something challenging, man. Because listen, I've been lifting weights for years, and that's pretty much the same thing that you're trying to do. It's like a challenge. The stimulus of how heavy the weights are, the challenge that is putting on your body to lift those weights. We're talking about putting yourself in some compromising positions, like you're doing a squat, or you're doing a bench press, deadlift, pull-ups. You're doing things that require a lot of your body's muscles. You're putting yourself in compromising positions, and those heavy weights are transforming your body, because that's a stimulus, right? That's a stimulus that says, hey, you got this squat rack, this rack of weights on your back. If we don't do this right, this is heavy weight. If we don't do this right, this thing could collapse on us. We could die. So your nervous system is heavily engaged in heavy lifting, and you're using all the fibers. All your mind has to tell all of your fibers and communicate with all of the fibers of your body, all your muscles, all your bones, and say, hey, we're gonna work together. We're gonna really pull this out of us. And what ends up happening is, as the weight gets heavier and heavier, your body says, oh, we're gonna have to give you some more muscle. We're gonna have to produce more muscle, because this guy, he's putting us through some tough times. He's lifting heavy weights. He's risking our lives. So we got to give him some extra muscle, and we got to do it fast. So lifting weights is the stimulus for muscle growth, because when you go through those things, your nervous system is intact. It gets shot. Your nervous system gets shot, and that is the stimulus for muscle growth. Your body's like, oh, we need more muscles, because he's crazy. He's lifting heavy weights. He putting his weight on his back like this. Nah, we're gonna have to build him some more muscles. So that's what stimulates that human growth hormone. And then you go to sleep, you eat right, you sleep good, and you'll see your recovery time actually can improve from lifting heavier weights, lifting more often. All of the things they try to tell you not to do. You gotta lift 3 times a week, because you gotta have a rest day every other day, and you gotta do this and all of this stuff, and you can't do this 2 times a week. Like, bro, the stimulus, the stress on your body will make your body kick into a gear that you did not know it had, because you're forcing your body to say, oh, dang, I wanted to take 4 days. You know how you be sore sometimes for like 4 or 5 days? That's because you train in that body part once a week, once every 2 weeks, so you ain't done it before. That's the first time you do. Start training that body part twice a week, and watch your body change. Maybe that first time you're gonna be like, oh, dang, I'm sore. But after that, your body, you're gonna start seeing, you're gonna be recovering in like a day, 2 days. Because your body is like, oh, I wanted to take 4 or 5 days to recover, but this knucklehead wants to put me back up under this heavy weight already. Well, I guess I gotta speed up my recovery process, right? So the body is a very adaptable, conscious, like intelligent source. Because, like, we think of intelligence and consciousness in terms of our brains. Like, oh yeah, that's where the smartness lies. So we don't think about our bodies being like our body parts and the inner parts of our bodies being smart. But like, you don't have to tell your body to recover. In fact, you're not in control of that at all, right? So it's like when they say, oh, we only using this certain percentage of our brain, like there's so many things going on in the subconscious, like so much repair and DNA and cellular repair is going on. Like, you don't know how to do that on your own. If your body was waiting on you to activate that, you wouldn't know how to activate that. Your body's just doing that on its own. So there's a certain level of consciousness and awareness, and intelligence that's in the body. So the body knows certain stuff. The body knows, like, oh, this motherfucker gonna be lifting these weights again. I guess we gonna have to. Matter of fact, you think you about to lift these weights and you ain't eat a whole lot of protein today? I ain't giving you no energy. So there's times when your body it doesn't release energy to you because it doesn't want to do the activity you about to do. So it's like it doesn't make you feel energized. That's the whole thing about like being motivated versus discipline, right? Because being motivated just means you feel like doing something. When your body can trick you and not give you release energy, which means you don't feel like doing stuff. But knowing that, it's like, wow, I probably have energy. I just don't feel like it. So I got to find another way to activate this thing, right? So those are the tricks your body kind of can play on you. But the whole point is like, lifting weights can be a stimulus for growth, and it does change your brain. But as difficult as you can make lifting weights, to me, part of that can become easy after a while. Like, how hard is it? If I'm saying, okay, I'm bench pressing, 200 pounds today, and then I'm going to progressively overload. So maybe I'll do 205 pounds for 10 reps. And, by that 10th rep, I had to push really hard. But, and then maybe I'll push really, really hard and just do one more rep. Like, okay, so I had to strain for 10 reps or 1 rep, 30 seconds worth of pain. Like, you know what I'm saying? So how much challenge is that really? You know what I mean? And it's challenging in itself, definitely. And I enjoy it. Like, I love lifting weights. But, one more rep is not comparable to when you going out there and you say, I'm going to run 7 miles. And 3 miles in, you start to feel like, usually halfway through a long run for me, when I feel like I kind of start wanting to quit. Like, that's when it kind of gets tough. The first couple miles, it's like, all right, cool, I'm feeling good. Especially when you run often. But halfway through is when you get that halfway mark, you already feeling kind of like you done. So then you have to run a whole another half. You have to run pretty much a whole half of what you just ran again. But you already are feeling like you can't even go no more at the halfway point. So you got to go through the whole another half of the race or the run, feeling like you about to die. So you know what I'm saying? I'm spending 30, 40 minutes on a run where I'm like, oh my God, every step is pain. Every step I feel like I want to quit. So it's like being able to challenge yourself that way, that creates a whole different stimulus compared to just like lifting weights. So running for me has just been a game changer, like for my mind, for my spirit, my soul. And then getting up early and just going out the door for a run. I'm also spending more time outside. You get those benefits. You know how they say, you're supposed to, it's good to get out the house and get, sunlight first thing in the morning instead of like looking at your phone screen or whatever the case may be. So it's like I'm getting out there. I'm also getting the benefit of getting more sunlight, because I work every day pretty much. And sometimes I don't take lunch breaks, stuff like that. So I'm just I wake up, before I start to run, I would just wake up, go to work, come home after 5. It's already starting to get dark. go to the gym and stuff like that. So I wasn't really spending a lot of time outside. Even though I was doing a lot of healthy stuff, still taking my vitamins, getting my, taking vitamin D, stuff like that, I wasn't necessarily getting outside. And it's a difference from getting that fresh sunlight, watching the sunrise, getting that sunlight in the morning. And one more thing I realized when I started doing this, for some reason I felt way more spiritual. I felt like back like when I used to be mad spiritual, like I felt so much more spiritual after, going for a run. But it was like something about being able to watch the sunrise. And we all know these are good things for us. These things make us feel happy, but it was something, and obviously they say getting that sunlight helps your circadian rhythm, which means you're going to be able to get better sleep, going to bed earlier, all of these things, which have impacts on your social life, your overall happiness, helps with depression, all of these things. So I'm leveling up in so many ways. I'm getting so many benefits just from waking up early and going for runs. But it's something strange that I noticed, because I had kind of backslid a little bit over the past month, maybe once or twice, where I slept in, snooze button, and I didn't run. Something about waking up late and the sun is already up, where you kind of take the sun for granted because it's like it's already active and going, So by the time you wake up, you're not really paying attention to it because it's like it's already in motion. The day is already ahead of you. Now you're worried about trying to catch up. That's why it sucks, man, hitting that snooze button and sleeping in. Versus waking up early, it's like you felt what it felt like to not have the sun up. You saw what it was like with no sun in the daytime. Then you seen it come up and you seen the beauty of that. And it's like, it's something special about waking up with the sun. I would definitely encourage people to do that if you're feeling like you're kind of in a rut or depression or anything like that. Definitely waking up and getting up with the sun and getting outside. Man, I'm telling you, and you know what they say? Sometimes I got to go to work sometimes like early. So by the time I wake up and I go for my run, the sun is not really up yet, but it was a couple days on the weekends when I do be outside and it's like 8 a.m. and stuff, and you getting that real good sunlight. That's what they say. It's like when you getting that sunlight at that time of day, it's like that's really beneficial for you. But sometimes I miss it because, like I said, I'm up 6 something in the morning, so the sun's barely up by the time I'm done. But on them days on the weekend when I can actually be out a little later because I ain't got to go into work, getting that later, like 8 a.m. sunlight, man, it just feels amazing. It feels so amazing. But it's just something I feel like I was missing for a while. Like I was doing all of the healthy stuff. I was killing it at the gym, still real positive and, just really getting after it in life as far as my career and stuff. But like something I felt like I was missing for a while is just having that joy. Because I can push myself to be excited and get my work done and be like, I feel like overall I'm a very positive person, but it's something different about having like that unspeakable joy. It's something different about having that joy where like nothing can bother you, nothing can mess with you. You feel connected to a higher power and that like you have a right to have everything that you want on this earth. And nobody can stop you, and you got protection from something, from upstairs. You got that, so it's like, fuck that. This my earth. This, what I'm saying? God done gave me dominion over this. Like this is I deserve this. I can claim this. Like I'm not scared. I'm not backing down. I'm not shying away from anything in this life. I'm not being timid about nothing. I'm boldly walking in through the room, and I'm claiming what's mine, and that's just what it is. And my daddy said I could have it. So what? That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Instead of walking around like I gotta be extra motivated and extra energized because I might not be feeling that super joyfulness and super, I can claim and have everything I want. And like, so it's like I gotta snatch stuff sometimes, and it's like I gotta be extra ambitious just because I'm not really feeling it. I'm trying to make myself feel it. I'm trying to manufacture the joy because I don't naturally have it. Now I ain't gonna go without it, And I ain't gonna let it bother me, because like I said, I can manufacture it, but it ain't the same. It's that synthetic vitamin D. It ain't the same when you getting it from the source. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same. It ain't the same, man. Because when you walk around with the energy that you created, you know, you be worried about people taking it from you. But when you got that soulful joy, that soulful joy, man, you feel like, man, can't nobody take this from me, man. I'm giving it out. I'm like, so it's just a different feeling, man. So being able to have that feeling back in my life is just like, it's amazing. And it starts out with just like waking up early, getting some sunlight. So I look forward to it, because then it's just like, bro, I'm not waking up doing nothing for my job yet. I'm not waking up doing nothing. This is my time to get myself right. And after that, we can do whatever.